Hi everyone, it's Anya here from Sana Vita Health and welcome to week 4 and the final week of my Complete Beginner Yoga series. So hopefully over the last couple of weeks you just got a bit of a taste of what yoga's about and hopefully you've really enjoyed it as well. Now I will be sharing lots more yoga videos in the future, so feel free to use the comment box below and let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to focus on or anything you'd like to know. I would love to hear. So yeah, remember if you haven't done so already to click the subscribe button and the notification bell below to know when I upload my next video. And if you're ready, we'll get started on our final week. So we're beginning our practice today in Balasana, child's pose. So we're bringing the toes together, knees slightly apart, lowering the hips to the heels, and then we're going to reach out the shoulders, spread the fingers wide, and then resting the forehead down onto the ground. And taking a moment to arrive into this space, beginning to observe the breath and notice how the body feels today. So beginning to deepen the breath and noticing the rise and fall of the tummy as you button to spine and start to slowly rise, finding your tabletop position. So the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we'll take a very gentle sway left and right with the hips, beginning to create some gentle movement, noticing how the hips feel today. Finding stillness in the hips, then we're going to move into circling the shoulders round to the right side. So we're starting to mobilise the wrists and the shoulders, and then we'll change direction. Lovely, finding stillness here. On the next inhale, we're going to step the right foot in between the hands. Now it might mean that you walk your hands forward slightly, and then we're going to reach both hands up high above the head, but we're not going to push the hips forward too much. Just a gentle reach, opening up the chest. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lowering the hands down either side of the right foot, stepping straight back, finding your tabletop position once more. Take a deep breath in this moment. And then exhale. Inhale, the left foot comes in between the hands. Reaching both hands high, noticing how it feels on this side. Deep breath in. And then exhale, release hands down back into your tabletop position. Take a deep breath in and out. On the next inhale, we'll come onto the balls of the feet, hips to heels, and then we'll make our way into our downward facing dog. First one of our practice, as always, making it your own, so moving in whatever way feels good for you today, in this moment too. Maybe a hip sway, maybe a little look left and a little look right. Great, and then on the next inhale together, we'll lift the heels up. And then as you breathe out, we'll guide them towards the mat. Again, it doesn't matter at all if the heels touch or not. We can also have a bend in the knees here as well. And we're taking one breath in here together and out. On the next inhale, we're going to tiptoe the feet up towards the hands. Feet roughly hip width apart, coming into your supported forward fold. So we're going to bend the knees, let the tummy rest on the thighs, and hold on to opposite elbows. Maybe you'd like to take a little sway left and right. And in this position, I always like to notice the cycle of breath here. And maybe imagine that when you breathe in, you're breathing in lots of positive energy, through the feet from the ground. And then exhaling it out through the crown of the head. So maybe we can try 2 cycles of breath here. And one more. On the next inhale, release the hands, belly button to spine, and then slowly begin to rise. So chin to chest, and the crown of the head is the very last thing to come up to standing. Inhale the shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, release, big shoulder roll down and back. Now we're working into opening up the front of the body. So inhale, reach both hands high, lifting the gaze. And as you exhale, we're going to cactus the arms, so a bend in the elbows. Really feel the front of your body begin to open up as you bend the elbows wide. A gentle back bend, take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, extend, reaching up high again. And this time as you breathe out, we'll semicircle the hands all the way around, interlace the fingers. Now we're going to activate the arms and push them away from the back if you can. Take a deep breath in, again, a very soft back bend. And as you exhale, we'll bend the knees and fold over the thighs, so hinging from the hips. Again, we keep trying to keep the fists and the arms away from the body. But if you find that you need to kind of rest them quite close to the base of your spine, that's fine too. Just notice what you can do and resting there. 2 breaths. And one more. Perfect. On the next inhale, we're going to release the hands down so they come either side of your feet. Draw the belly button to spine again and slowly rise. Keeping the connection to the breath that you found at the beginning of your practice. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale, palms facing forward. We'll make our way into Tadasana at the front of your mat. So toes together, maybe heels slightly apart. Lifting up through the thighs. You should be probably quite aware of this now. Now it's our final week. Drawing the tailbone under, shoulders away from the ears, and lifting the chin parallel to the ground. Notice how that feels there. Deep breath connection. And out. Moving into a sun salutation with our variation. Inhale, lifting both hands high, gaze lifts. Exhale, bend the knees if that feels better for you. Folding forward. Inhaling to your halfway lift. As you breathe out, we'll deepen the bend. Step the right foot back, lower the right knee down, uncurl the toe and reach both hands high. Maybe you get a little bit more space here now for the hips to move forward. Drawing the belly button in, take a deep breath in. And this time as you breathe out, we're going to sweep the hands down beside the hips, shift the hips backwards, flexing the left ankle, lengthening the left leg. Now we're trying to avoid curving the spine here, so if it means to come up onto your fingertips, or maybe you can use blocks to get length in the spine as you extend. Inhale here, and out. Inhale, bend the left knee, both hands either side of the left foot. Stepping straight back to find your Kumbhakasana plank pose, maybe knees up or down. Inhale. And exhale, lower through your chaturanga. So we can lower the knees first if you like, chin and chest into your baby cobra. Inhale. And exhale, lower the chest. Press down into the palms through child's pose, making your way into your downward facing dog. Oh, so maybe you can see downward dog as you arriving home throughout your practice. It might be feeling like a rest pose now, but if it's not, always know that you can come down into your child's pose at any point. Taking 2 more breaths. And one more. Lovely. Bending the knees all the way to the ground. Stepping the right foot between both hands, followed by the left into your Uttanasana forward fold. Inhaling to rise, both hands high above the head. Coming into our left side, exhale, folding forward. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Exhale, bend, stepping the left foot back, lower the left knee, uncurl the toe, reach both hands high. A deep breath in. And then exhale, sweep the hands back, shift the hips back to your left heel, extend the right leg, Again, both hands either side of the right leg. Fingertips, maybe palms. Just check in with the position of the spine. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, bending the right knee, hands either side of the right foot, stepping back. Kumbhakasana, plank pose, straight line of energy from the crown of the head to the heels. Deep breath. And then exhaling through your chaturanga. Maybe you can come into your upward facing dog now, lifting the knees and thighs. And exhaling to your downward facing dog. We've arrived again, a moment to reset. A moment to check in with how your body's feeling at this point of your practice today. Taking 3 more breaths. And 2. And 1. Perfect. Inhale, lowering both knees to the ground. Stepping the left foot this time between both hands, followed by the right, to your Uttanasana forward fold. Inhaling to rise. Both hands high above the head, and then exhale. We'll take the hands down into your heart center. Take a moment here to reconnect. So we're going to come into our Virabhadrasana 3 today. So it's a balanced pose. Now I'm going to step back slightly on my mat just so we have space in front and behind you for this one. So we're going to plant the weight into your right foot. So we're going to spread the toes wide. So really try to make sure all 4 corners of the right foot is grounding into the mat. And then we're going to lift the left foot off the ground. So the left foot's just hovering above the ground here. Then we're going to find a focus point in front of us, taking a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, we're going to try to move the left foot behind. So we're aiming for a T-shaped position. Again, no pressure to get there. You can stop wherever your body stops, really. If you're wobbling a little bit, don't worry, you can come back. Just finding that focus point. Feel the strength and energy build in the standing leg. Taking 2 breaths here. And 1 more. Great, everyone, well done. Inhale, slowly, slowly rise. Exhale, release the hands and the left foot. Maybe give the legs a little bit of a wiggle. So that definitely builds strength into your right leg and up into the right glute. So we'll do the same on the left side. On the next inhale, reach both hands high, palms to touch. Exhale, lowering the hands down into your heart center. Inhale, the weight comes into the left foot. Spread the left foot as wide as you can. Lift the right foot to hover. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, start to create movement on this side. Again, be open to it feeling a little bit different to maybe the other side. Again, pausing wherever you feel you need to. Finding the balance, holding for 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Inhale, slowly lowering the right foot down at the back. Exhale, release the hands down either side of the hips, place the right foot down. Inhale, reach both hands high, coming into standing sun salutation. Exhale, folding forward. Moment to reconnect with the breath. Inhaling to your halfway lift. Exhale, refold. Inhaling to rise, both hands high. And then exhale, lowering down through the chest back into your Tadasana. So we're going to work our way into our tree pose today. So it's like balance day. So we're transferring the weight into our right foot. Spread the toes wide, find a focus point in front. Then on the next inhale, we're going to lift the left knee so it comes in line with the left hip and making sure the hips stay in line when you do this one. Then we're going to tuck the left hip under and open out the left knee. And we've got a few points of contact. Maybe you take the left toe to the ground. Maybe you lift it up onto the inside of your right thigh. But we do want to skip the right knee completely. We don't want to rest on the right knee. So we might skip that and maybe take it up onto the inside of the right thigh possibly. Wherever you feel comfortable to stay. If you're feeling really grounded, maybe bring the hands to your heart center. Maybe you lift both hands up above the head. So wherever you are, we're taking 3 breaths here. And 2. And 1. Well done, everyone. Inhale, lowering the hands down through the heart center. Take the left knee back to the midline, and then exhale, release all the way down, planting the feet in the ground. Inhale, reach both hands high, standing sun salutation. Exhale, reconnect with the breath as you fold forward. Inhaling to halfway. Exhale to refold. Inhaling to rise, both hands high, palms to touch. Exhale, lowering down through the heart center, palms facing forward. So we'll come onto our left side. So pressing the left foot down into the ground. Inhale, the left knee lifts again. Refine that focus point. Perfect. So we're tucking the right hip under again, finding your point of contact, wherever that might be. So being open to this side, it might feel completely different to the left, and that's okay. Hands forward, maybe heart center, maybe straight above the head. 3 breaths. And 2. And 1. Inhale, lowering the hands down through the heart center. Right knee comes back into the midline, releasing all the way down. Great, then we're going to work our way into a standing sun salutation, walking forward slightly on the mat so you've got space behind you. On the next inhale, lift both hands high. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling to your halfway lift. And as you breathe out this time, plant the palms. We're going to bend the right knee followed by the left, coming straight back into your balasana, child's pose. So toes come together, lowering the hips to heels. Reach out of the shoulders, and we're going to arrive into the space and the pose that we began our practice in today. So a perfect opportunity to check in with how your body feels now. Noticing any differences. On the next inhale, slowly rise. And then we're going to sweep the legs all the way around. Coming into your seated position. So your feet are hip width apart. And we're reaching both hands in front of you. Just make sure, again, once more, you've got lots of space behind you on the mat. So we're taking a deep breath in, lots of length in the chest and spine. And as you breathe out, belly button to spine, chin to chest, and slowly release down. With as much control as you have. And then we'll find our full body stretch, pointing the toes and the fingertips. Maybe as you breathe in, you can feel your entire body expand. And as you breathe out, maybe you find it release completely. So we're going to finish our practice in one of my favourite poses, our happy baby pose. So we're going to draw both knees into the chest, wrap both hands around the knees. Maybe you'd like to take a little sway right and left here, just release the back, a little massage. And then we're going to open the knees out first, so your toes are touching. And then both hands are going to come in between the knees and reach forward. So reach, so you can take hold of the outside of the feet, or maybe the first 2 fingers wrap around the big toes. So just check in with what feels good there. And then we're going to send the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. So you just want to make sure your ankles and knees are directly in line. And then you might notice here that the base of your spine has lifted up slightly. So just gently encourage that back down onto the mat. So my favourite thing to do here as well is maybe take a little sway right and left. So you should feel a lovely massage of the entire spine. Gentle opening of the hips. And then finding stillness, so coming to a natural pause. And then we'll lower the heels to the hips and then make your way into your final Shavasana. So both feet just inside mat width apart, soft. Curling the fingertips, shoulders away from the ears, then we'll gently close down the eyes. Arriving into this space, become aware of how the body, the mind, and the breath feel now. Maybe you'd like to bring your awareness back to maybe the intention you've set at the beginning of this practice. Maybe you just like to enjoy the stillness of this moment. Starting to bring some movement back into your body. Now I'm going to close the practice, but of course if you've got time, feel free to stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer. The most important pose in yoga. Lovely. If you'd like to close your practice with me, we'll draw both knees into the chest, gentle rock side to side, and we'll just fall over to whichever side feels natural and best for you. I'm going to go onto my left side. So knees and hips are stacked, and we're going to take a pillow with the hands and rest the head on top. Just a couple of more breaths here. On the next inhale, we'll make our way up into a comfortable cross-legged seated position in the middle of your mat. Resting both hands on top of the knees, take a deep breath in, lift the shoulders up to the ears, and then exhale down and back. Lots of length in the neck. Just gently closing the eyes for a couple more breaths. Again, acknowledging how your body feels, maybe sending gratitude to your body for allowing you to practice today. And on the next inhale, blinking the eyes open, reaching both hands high, palms to touch. And then exhale, lowering the hands down into your heart center. Thank you all so much for joining me today for your practice and for the last couple of weeks. Hopefully it's the start of many more to come. Enjoy the rest of the day. Namaste.